Hi there, Desiree. My name is Ellen, and I'll be doing this essay correction for you. I'm very happy to see that you got an essay correction package. So let's take a look at what you wrote here. The topic is international marketing. Let's see what you said. Others believe that international marketing is not ideal to some and sometimes causes conflicts to other countries, while some thought it helps provide education in learning new things such as knowing other culture and language. In my opinion, it is beneficial to some because they are able to adapt new things, while some believe they are killing other businesses. All right. The good thing is that you included your position. You stated it here. It is beneficial to some because they're able to adapt new things. I think you meant adopt. So that's important. It's really important to answer the question here, as it says give your opinion, and it's important to do that in your introduction. So that was a good positive thing here about this. I think the rest of the paragraph, though, needs a little work. So first of all, let's talk about this sentence. You said, in my opinion, this, okay? But then in the very same sentence, you told us what some others believe. I didn't really think that was appropriate, okay? When you say your opinion, that's done. So here I also thought this was strange that you started with others. In other words, you just kind of jumped into it and you needed more of like a general rephrasing of this task, okay? Something introducing this idea of international marketing. So let me give you an example sentence. One could be, there is considerable debate throughout the world regarding whether international marketing is a negative element in our society, destroying businesses and culture, or if it actually provides much needed, inexpensive education and a spread of ideas. I believe it is beneficial to some because they are able to adopt new ideas, concepts, and behaviors. Okay? So that's kind of how you have to look at this. Let's move on. There are some citizens in other countries that are not open to embracing others product. Others, you need an apostrophe, products, or other products, especially other cultures, because of their personal belief and because they have the negative effect in some industry. I don't understand what that means, the negative effect. Maybe you mean because they create a negative effect in certain industries. Perhaps this is what you mean. Okay, for instance, the people in the Philippines are fond of the Korean idols, but most of the people in the showbiz industry, like the director and singers, are against these because the people in the Philippines prefer watching Korean dramas, movies, and concerts rather than supporting their own artist in their country. All right, it's a really long sentence. You needed to break it up into at least two parts. Okay, and also I want to encourage you not to generalize. When you say the Philippines are fond of Korean idols, well, no, you want to hedge this a little bit. You want to temper this a little bit by saying something like many people in the Philippines are fond of Korean. I didn't know what you meant here, idols. You meant stars? You mean entertainers? I wasn't really entirely sure. Okay, but again, you don't want to say that everybody, you want to say that many or some, either way. Okay, so for instance, some people in the Philippines are fond of Korean entertainers, but most of the people in the showbiz industry, show business, write the whole word out, like the director and singers, are against these because Filipinos, okay, not to say the people in the Philippines again, Filipinos prefer watching Korean drama. So, okay, rather than supporting their own country. Like I said, it was really, really long. You needed to break it up. Now, my question to you here is, you're basically talking about something like globalization, where, people from one country are watching the entertainment from another country. That's not really what marketing is, though. So it does feel rather off topic. Your example doesn't refer to marketing. It just refers to how a product from a different country is popular in another country. So this is not what international marketing is about. I would recommend that you look up online. There are lots of different resources on where to do this. Look up and see what international marketing is so you can get a better understanding of what it is you're supposed to be talking about here. But this isn't really quite an appropriate example. All right, as I said, you need to really break up this sentence a little bit. Okay, as a result, most of the artists with an S are struggling to catch the attention of their audience. Okay, I think we've covered that there are some problems in terms of the development that it's not entirely on topic. So let's just move on to the next paragraph. On the other hand, others argue, it should just be present tense. We're currently arguing this, all right? Others argue that this is one of the ways with an S to learn new culture because who is they? Oh, the others. Okay. Because they were able to understand how the people in the other country live. Okay, through what? Through which means were they able to understand? An example of this, you don't need a comma here, is that by watching Korean dramas, the people in the Philippines are able to know the life in South Korea and they were able to understand those people. They have the chance to disregard them in the future if they dislike them, or they know how to handle them if the time comes because they were able to study them in the past. All right, I don't know what's happening with your enter key here. You don't want to do this. You want to make sure that your paragraphs are solid pieces of text, okay? Just like you had up here. Anyway, I think it was just a mistake. I'm finding a ton of repetition here. A ton. Look at this. The people in the Philippines, the people in the Philippines, the people in the Philippines. So there were other ways to say this. Okay, like I said, you could have used the word Filipinos. You could have picked another country, so you didn't have to, just describe Korea and the Philippines. You could have picked a different country to refer to. Again, I'm going to tell you that your examples aren't on topic because this is not what international marketing is. All right, but I'm really finding a ton of repetition, a ton of kind of elementary grammar, not really much in terms of anything advanced and no sort of advanced grammar. So that's something I really want you to be careful of. Let's look at a couple of other details here. Others argue this should be present tense. They are able, again, present tense. I mean, this is all present tense. Everything so far has been in the present tense, so you don't want to flip-flop midway through. People are able, here then you were in the present tense, and then look, all of a sudden you went back to the past tense. They have the chance, and I didn't understand this, they have the chance to regard them in the future if they dislike them. How is this about like learning new ideas, cultures, language, an economical form of education? So I feel like you kind of took the topic and went off into a different direction with it rather than what they were asking you to talk about, okay? Okay. Let's look at your conclusion. Oh, okay, you've got another body paragraph and then a conclusion. Let's see. Finally, this trend is indeed beneficial to both nations, but there should be a limitation in embracing other cultures as or their products since it causes an economical strain to other countries because their own people are not patronizing their own products. The government should impose, without that D, an additional tax to imported products. Okay. Services and entertainment to balance, no D, and benefit not only the people but also their economy as well as the economy of the other nation. Now, they didn't ask you for how this should be rectified. So this piece, although I liked the writing, it was very off topic. You didn't need to talk about this. Generally, you should know that we recommend a 4-paragraph structure. So introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Like I said, I thought a lot of the grammar, a lot of the language here was good, but it wasn't appropriate to how this needed to be developed. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Yeah, this whole thing about the government imposing tax shouldn't be here. And this idea that where you really clearly state your opinion, that should have been in your introduction, and then in your conclusion as well. You just kind of really flat out state it. Okay. In conclusion, there are some benefits of international marketing, not these, but there are some people who are struggling because of this development. Yes. Okay. Again, I would have preferred a little extra here. Not a huge fan of these one sentence conclusions. At least make it 2 sentences. Otherwise, it's really just like a sad little sentence just sitting there on its own. So basically what I'm seeing here is, and I know you need, I think you said a 6, and that's good. I think that working with us, there is no question that you'll be able to get it. I think that there is work to be done, but I think that through the online course, you'll find everything you need to kind of overcome some of the issues that we found here. Task achievement, grammar, vocabulary, repetition, being off topic. So these are all things that we'll cover in the course. So I really want to encourage you to take it. I know you've got some time before your exam, so you've got enough time to sit and focus on the course and you know, definitely progress with your writing. Hopefully we'll see you on the course. I look forward to it. I want to wish you lots and lots of luck.